Hi everyone. I'm going to teach you a few basics of crocheting. So we're going to go through how to do a slip knot, how to chain. Then I'm going to show you how to do a double crochet, a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. Those are going to be your main stitches that you use while crocheting. I definitely use the double crochet way more than I use the single crochet or the half double crochet. That's the only reason why we're starting with the double crochet instead. So this is the yarn I'm going to be using. This is Bernat 100% cotton. If you're ever wondering what size of hook, or if you're going to be knitting, what size of needle you need, it's actually right on the package. So this is a medium weight, so number 4. And so this is a 5mm hook that we need for crocheting. And that is exactly what I have here, if we can get the light to shine on it just right. So we are going to be starting. Now, some people work from the outside in. I work from the inside out. So really all I do is I stick my fingers in there as far as I can and try and see if I can find the end. If I don't, I just rip it all out and it ends up being a huge mess. It's not a big deal. The yarn will forgive you. So to start, we're going to make a slip knot. You don't need a super duper long tail when crocheting. So we're going to start with a slip knot. We're going to put our tail yarn behind our working yarn. Then we're going to take our working yarn, we're going to pinch it underneath and then pull through. There are so many different ways that you can do a slip knot. So if this is not the way that you do it, feel free to do it however you choose. This is just how I do it. So I'll show you guys again. So working yarn over top of my tail. Then I'm going to pull it through. See how I just like pulled a finger? I just hook my working yarn and just pull it through. That's how I'm used to doing it. So you can do it however you want. We're going to put it on the hook. We're going to tighten it. You don't have to have it like super loose, super tight. It does not matter. If you do end up being a tight crocheter, as I am, you can always size up your hook as well. So I always like to hold my tail as I'm working, and I loop around my middle finger like this. So just take it this way, loop, and then under my pointer finger. That's how I do it. There's many different ways. I don't know if there's a right or wrong way. I did start out as a knitter, so this is from me already having that muscle memory of knitting. So to chain, we're going to start with the hook pointing towards ourselves. And then we want our knot piece kind of pointing down. So you want to hold it to kind of stabilize it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go behind our hook and over our hook, just like that. Then I'm going to rotate my hook to point down, and I'm going to pull through my first loop. Okay, so now we have one chain. Do that again. So face your hook towards you. We're going to go up and around the front, from the back to the front, hook pointing down, and then through. Okay, back to the front, hook rotates down, just like that. Okay, we are going to chain 6, just like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The yarn on your hook does not count as a chain. Okay, so we're going to start with double crochet. We're going to skip our first two chains. We are going to take our yarn, again, yarn over, then we're going to skip 1, 2, and go into our third chain, and then put our yarn in there, or our hook in there. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. We are going to, again, back to front over top, pull our hook down, and pull it through just our chain. So now we have 3 on our hook. We're going to yarn over again, back, front. Then we're going to go through 1, go through 2, and then we're going to yarn over again. So yarn over, 1, 2. Okay, yarn over, go through our next chain, pick up our yarn, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2. Okay, yarn over, insert into our chain. So this is also yarning over. You're just taking your hook, hooking your yarn, and then pulling through. Okay, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, 1, 2, pull through. Okay, yarn over, last one, pull through, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2. Okay, so now this is your first row. I'm going to chain 2 since I'm going to continue doing double crochets. I'm so sorry. Going to continue doing double crochets for this next row. So I'm going to chain 2, rotate, turn, yarn over, and then if you see here, we now have these 2 chains. We are not going to go into these chains. We're going to go into the next stitch here. So see how we have a little circle here underneath our little V? We want to go into this part here. So insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, yarn over. See, we have a little V on the side here. We're gonna put our hook through there, and then we have a little V on our hook. We're gonna yarn over, pull through. Now we have our 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over. Again, we're gonna repeat this. Make sure you have your V to connect, otherwise you're doing different stitches. Okay. Yarn over. The side, the corner on your first one is usually a little bit harder. So you just want to make sure that you're looking out for that V. Okay, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Okay. This is our little rectangle. So adding those 2 extra chains has helped it have the more rectangle shape. Okay, I'm going to show you half double crochets now. So double crochets I use quite often when I'm making sweaters, mostly sweaters, just because they kind of have a little bit more like flow to them. They're a little holier, so they're not so dense, I would say. So we're going to chain 2, rotate, yarn over again, go through, yarn over, go through. Now for a half double crochet, instead it looks very similar to a double crochet because we had our 1, we yarned over, we went through, yarned over again. And so now we have 3. We're going to yarn over and we're actually going to pull through all 3 instead of just 2. Okay, so yarn over, put your hook in, yarn over, pull through all 3. So I pulled through 2 and then pulled through the last one. It's totally okay to count. So 1, 2, 3. Just to make sure that you're pulling through the correct amount. And then this one, we just want to see our V and insert there. Okay, yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3. So that is the half double crochet there. Okay, let's do a single crochet. So this one you're going to be using more if you're going to make plushies, amigurumi. I don't know how to say it. I'm butchering it, obviously. So you're going to just chain 1, rotate. You're not going to yarn over with this one. You're going to insert your hook in your first V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay, and then we just want to find our V, which is right here. So that's a single crochet. Now, because I was using different stitches, my rectangle is no longer a nice rectangle. It's kind of a little wibbly wobbly, and that's okay for this one. Sometimes you will be able to like correct as long as you're still counting the correct amount of stitches you're supposed to have. So this is 1V, 2V, 3V, 4V. That's what we want. We've been doing 4 this entire time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So our chains at the beginning of a row do not count for a stitch. Sometimes, depending on what you're making, they will count for a stitch, and usually the pattern will tell you if they do count. 99% of the time they do not count though. So there, that is your first 3 stitches, I would say. Chain 1, turn, insert your hook, make sure you're going through both, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So single crochets are really good. Usually you would be using a different yarn and a smaller hook for single crochets, so then you don't get these giant holes in there. But that is all dependent on your pattern and what you're like looking for and stuff. So double crochets, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, then you have 3 loops on your hook, 3 loops. You're gonna then yarn over, pull through your first 2, yarn over again, and then pull through your next 2 for a double crochet. Half double crochet like a double crochet, except you pull through all 3 loops instead of pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. If you found this confusing, let me know. I can always make another video. Don't be afraid. If you make a mistake, you can pull out your work and you can see that you can pull out to before your mistake, and then you can reinsert your hook and then start over again. So then you don't have to take out all of your work. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, half double crochet. Thanks for watching.